Okay, so we are going to make water. First up, I have an environment over here that I have made, prepared for the scene. I basically have a few rocks, a few pebbles, and a few leaves for the water. If you guys want a tutorial on how I made the rocks, then please mention so in the comments. But for now, we are going to focus on the water. So, there are a few parts that we are going to focus. First, we are going to focus on the side and center of the river. I'm going to delete the normal BSDF, and I'm going to bring in a mix shader. Make sure your shader is set to alpha blend and either in none or in alpha clip. So I'm going to set mine to none. Alright. Now I'm going to Control Shift click this. I'm going to add a transparent node because at the end of the day it's going to be water, it's going to be transparent. So it is now transparent, and we obviously don't want it to be fully transparent, so I'm going to bring in an emission shader. The emission shader is going to balance off with the transparent node with a gradient node, which we are going to add right now. So let's add a gradient node, Control T the gradient node, and before doing anything, I'm going to bring in a noise texture to edit this gradient node. So we are going to have our gradient in the center here, and the sides are going to be blacked off or corded off with a color ramp, and the noise texture is going to make it seem like there are ripples. So I'm going to rotate the gradient node on 90 degrees on the z-axis, 90. I'm going to plug in a noise texture, and I'm going to bring in a color ramp. This color ramp is not going to be set to black because let's just check how it looks first. Control Shift click, and when you set it to black, it's just totally destroys the gradient node. But before we edit this, I'm going to press 1 on the mapping, and now we can actually see the effect. So it's very jarring over here. That's why we're going to have to edit it. So I'm going to move it around like so, and maybe make it a bit brighter like so. Okay, perfect. Now that we have this, I'm going to edit the noise texture. I'm going to make the scale of the noise texture to 9. I'm going to set the detail, I'm going to leave it at 2, and I'm going to delete the roughness. Now we are trying to get the noise or the ripple texture that we have over in the render, which is cool. Now I'm just going to Control T this because I want to change the scaling, because right now it's very uniform. So I'm going to first set it to object, then I'm going to change the scaling on the y-axis. So click 0.3, boom. Now it's a bit more like ripples. Okay, and now let's actually bring in a color ramp. There we go. Now this color ramp is going to be set to constant. Reason being is because we don't want the ripples to look, very 3D. We want it to look 2D and drawn, so we are going to make it constant. And now we are going to make sure that the black is at the center. So white is going to be over here. White is going to be at the edge over here. There we go. Make it so. And then we're going to have a black that moves like so. So now make sure that we have it visible in the camera like so. And this guy is going to be in the corner like so. Okay, now we have the first part of our texture, which we are going to plug into the mix shader over here. And before we view the mix shader, we just need to edit a few things. We are going to bring in a mix color over here, and then we're going to view it. Make sure the color ramp is plugged into the B socket. We're going to change the setting into add. Okay, perfect. Because we don't want the center to be totally black, we want the center to be a bit lighter, so let's make it a bit less, and then we're going to change this a bit darker. Perfect, wonderful. Now let's view it. Control Shift click. Okay, now we see the center is see-through, but the edges kind of are a bit more opaque, so we need to fix this problem. I'm now going to fiddle with the color of the emission shader that is over here. So we are going to bring in this gradient node and move it a bit more back, more to the back, and I'm going to add a singular color ramp to edit that color. So move the gradient node, and then instead of it being black and white, we're going to make this white, and we're going to make the edges gray, dark gray, like so. Boom. Okay, let's bring it in a little bit, and let's plug it into the emission. Okay, now you see we have the dark edges. we just need to play around with the color ramp. Alright, there we go. Now the center maybe can be a bit darker, so we are going to change the color a little bit, and later on we can add some color to that. Okay, so now this is the first part of our texture. We have the side ripples and we have the center ripples. Now let's Control J this collection, move it to the side, and now we're going to add the next set of nodes. So I'm going to bring in another mix shader, plug it in front over here. This entire node tree is going to go into the top shader, and then we are going to bring in an emission shader to plug at the bottom. So let's go here, and now this is going to be our ripples over here. We are going to add that with this emission, so you can set it to whatever intensity you want. I prefer 9 because I want to make it shiny as it is over here. So let's select that, and now we are going to add a gradient node. So this is going to be the basis of the next setup as well, similar to the first one. I'm going to press Ctrl T on this gradient node, and I'm going to move it a little on the x-axis by 0.03. Okay, let's view this. Okay, it's coming from the back, which is actually what we do want, but we want it a bit more here by the camera. So I'm going to bring in a color ramp. No, not mix color. Bring in a color ramp. Set it to constant, and I'm going to flip it. So boom, perfect. Let's go to the front. There we go. Make sure it's over here in the center, and now we are going to distort it again with a noise shader. So noise texture, plug into the scale, Ctrl T noise texture. Okay, bring it back and bring in a color ramp. This color ramp I'm going to scrunch up roughly around the center and swap the black and white values like so. And now I'm going to change the noise textures values. I'm going to edit the scale specifically of the mapping node. So I'm going to set the Y to 15, and I'm going to set the Z to 4.4. Boom. Alright, let's see what we have. We can edit this a little bit more. We can up this, maybe make it a bit rougher. Alright, so the problem is we need to actually flip this, so we could do it like so. And one thing I forgot to change was that we need to change the texture coordinate node of the noise texture to object. Boom. Okay, now let's edit this. So I'm going to change this constant to maybe an ease. There you go. So you can change the intensity, but that is basically what this is for. It is to add those luminescent or glowing ripples. Alright, that's part 2 basically done. I'm going to Ctrl J this, move it to the front, bring in this emission shader, leave him over there, and let's move on to the next part of this tutorial. Okay, now we are just going to end this off with adding those other ripples, these light ripples that aren't as bright as these emission shader particles over here, but they are still noticeable. So this is again following the same methodologies. So let's add a mix shader, plug this into the top portion, the node tree we made so far. I'm going to add another emission. No, sorry. This one is going to be set to 2, not 9, and I'm going to add a noise texture on the top. So Ctrl+click. Let's view this. I'm going to set it to 11. I'm going to set the detail to 4, and I'm going to delete the roughness. I don't want it to be rough at all. Then I'm going to Ctrl T this noise texture, change the scaling a little bit, so X on 1.1, Y on 0.3, and then make it object mode. Boom. Alright, so now we have quasi ripples that we can just add in. Let's add a color ramp. I'm going to add 2 actually, so Ctrl+D. This one is going to be constant, and I'm going to set it to around a gray color, like so, yeah. And then we're going to make a mix color, plug this color ramp at the top so we can actually swap them, and this one at the bottom. This one we can make like so, change the color to that gray again. Let's view this. Okay, now all we need to do is make it add, and now we can just change there. So as you can see, we want to add some glowy effect around these ripples. So this changes the glow, and this changes the size of the ripples. This is all optional. You can skip this entire part over here. These two nodes you don't need to add. You can just plug it straight into the mix factor over here. But I prefer having the option to make some sort of glow around these puddles or these ripples. So I'm going to press Ctrl Shift click. Right, so now we have our ripples. So we can change the position of the noise texture to get ripples that we like. Okay, now finally we are going to add a part that is very unnoticed, but in my opinion it is probably one of the most important parts of the node, and that is going to be an image texture on top to make it seem like there's a forest surrounding the river. So I'm going to Ctrl J that node tree. Now we have 3 node trees we can edit, and I'm going to add an image texture, and of course I'm going to add a mix shader so that we can combine all of these shaders together. Plug this at the top, well, not in fact, sorry, in the top, and this one, this image texture is going to go at the bottom, and there's going to be an emission between the two. Okay, now this image texture, I have an image that I've saved, and I'm going to set it to box, and I'm going to blend this box. Okay, now Ctrl Shift D, and obviously it's on UV. I've UV unwrapped this this plane so that as you can see, we have the image tiled over, and blend allows the images to blend over, as you can see. It's a nifty little trick. Okay, now let us view this. Ctrl Shift click. And so there's too much happening, of course, and we can just lower this down. I'm going to make it 0.05, just so that there's like a hint of trees. So nothing and something. Boom. And that's it for our river tutorial. It's very simple. It has the same techniques applied over and over again, just a little bit differently, so that together it looks like a river. And obviously if you animate it, it looks even better because you see it in motion. If you want another tutorial explaining the animation of it, or you want another tutorial on the rocks and the riverbed of this entire environment, please leave a comment down below. But this is the end of the tutorial, and I hope you benefited, and I hope you learned something. Bye bye.